me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this!
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Ya bunlar bizim adamlarmış lan.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course. So we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Hocam bu kütükler suyun üzerinde yüzemez yalnız burada. Bence.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color. Red as blood.
Borderlands vibe'ı da veriyor ortam böyle hafif.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded.
Hangisi daha önce çıktı bilmiyorum tabi de.
The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Hocam ayaklarım yok.
Bury them in the swamp. Plant them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Jesus Christ!
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Shoot it! Did that asshole just kill Red?
Abi bir dur da. O zaman şöyle yapalım.
Catch him in the crossfire! Rule the day. I can kill you with either hand. Brother, I'm gonna make you...
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Anlarım abi.
You calm down the thunder. I'll blow in your ass. Let's see if that chicken can fly.
As.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
Time to end this. Death is coming for you.
Abi.
Let's just do this. I'm sorry, son.
Nasıl vurabiliyor ki hemen öyle oradan?
Time to fill you full of lead.
You call down the thunder. You think I don't see it? I'm gonna blow your damn head off. You're gonna have to put that back on down.
Ananı. Nasıl patladı oğlum o?
I'm gonna cut you in two. You must like pissing me off.
Bombaya oturdum. Bildiğin bombaya oturdum. Ya bunun daha kibar bir açıklaması yok yani.
Kill that dickwit! I'll blow you right out of there! That's that bastard! I still have all my fingers!
Of.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up. Kill that cocksucker. You ain't seen the likes of me. You ready for a
Point
belly
being, I was under serious attack.
taking you with me?
Peki. Tamam mı? Bitti mi bu kadar?
Hell's a coming. I'm gonna blow your damn head off. If I'm going out, I'm taking you with me.
Of.
This some bitch.
I'll live. Did that asshole just kill Red?
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Shoot that asshole! I still have all my fingers! Hell's a coming.
Başka?
I'm gonna cut you in two. You ain't seen the likes of me.
Başka.
If I'm dead,
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
kill Greaves!
Damn ears are ringing.
Abi. Bayağı bozuk para gibi adam harcıyorlar ya.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Evet, manzarası daha güzel.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a
Well,
goddamn
thank
maze,
goodness
and pretty
we
soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve, So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
Oh,
Steve? Steve?
Horluyor değil mi? o?
no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Engines?
They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Ya bir
Right.
susun artık.
See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Şuradan gidelim. Yanlış yere gidiyorum herhalde ben ama.
Bounty hunters! Stop that son of a bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Oo, bombayı görmedim. Bombayı görmedim abi.
Bounty hunters! Stop that son of a bitch! There he is! Oh, kids are not such out like that!
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Ain't no face to hide from me!
Kimse benden kaçamaz oğlum, hayırdır.
Kill that
Vahşi batının... Ha, bütün oyunlarda kuraldır bu. Bir yerde adam varsa oradan git.
Bury him in the swamp!
Düşman varsa oradan gidebilirsin. Orası doğru yerdir.
Death is too good for him! There he is! Ain't bothered me none! Dynamite! He has it coming!
Ne güzel o bombaya oturdun sen
Gonna
öyle.
do? You gonna need a cannon! Shit!
Bombaya ne güzel oturdun sen öyle ama benim bombam kalmadı. Ben kaç kişiyi öldürdüm acaba? Sayan var mı ya?
Put a fork in it, Pete! Kill him already! He's cutting us down like cordwood! I'm ending you. God damn him to hell.
Evet, başka.
Now you're dead. Death is
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Sonra. Şu bataklıktan sıkıldım artık. Şuradan
And
bir
that's
çıkalım.
when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
How many of us is he?
Kesin şunları artık lan.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Seni yok edemez miyim? Nasıl ya oğlum? Nasıl olabilir
Sounds
ya?
like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Öldü mü bu? Ha, ben bunu şeyci zannettim ya. Şu vardı ya kalkanlı bir... Ya şuradan az da 2 metre atlayamadım mı ya? İlla merdiven. Şuradan bir gidelim önce, belki buralarda... Ha, öbür tarafına geldik, bir şey yok. Hadi, bekliyorum burada.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out!
Aa, şerefsiz köpek. Şerefsiz köpek, ihanet ha.
The Daltons had played me
Not so
like a
tough after
fiddle.
all, is he?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
What I'm-
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Damn! Someone kill that bastard! A seal! He ever run out of bullets?
İşte bana bunlarla gel ya.
Cap. Gotta stop standing next to dynamite. Would somebody
Oo.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to
Hadi
take
be.
me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Abi bunun ya abi bu inanılmaz derecede berbat bir kontrol ya. Aa şey yapamadık, dodge atamadık. Of.
They got it wrong.
Of.
A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that
Nihayet be.
fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Kaşınmaz Hamit almış, Allah Allah.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
The Wild Bunch.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Etkileyici bir hikaye.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild
Abi,
Bunch
tam
would
oyunun
likely hit
ortasında
such a
beni niye
treasure, and
bölüyorsunuz
by
ya?
God, I figured right. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Şuradan dalıyorum o zaman.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Buradan mı dalacağız hocam? Ha, hikayeden uzaklaşıyorsun diyor.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall.
soracağım.
I had
Havada
found the gang, but in
asılı
order to
kalan
find
bir
old Bob, I needed to
trendeyiz.
fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados.
Ve tek yaptığınız çatışmak mı yani? Bu mudur? Bu kadar mı?
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Pissing me off. You can't hide forever.
Well, what about the
Ne
passengers?
güzel uçtu onun
It
kafası
was
öyle
mostly
ya.
a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Onun kafası ne güzel uçtu öyle. Tak. Adam kafasını uçurduk.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights, but I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway, so I was
Ya biz niye
determined to
burada
take down
çatışıyoruz
as
şu an
many
ya?
of those bastards as I could.
You better hide. Gotcha.
Tamam da ben saklanmıyorum dayıcım.
Now you're dead. You just brought hell.
Ben kaçmıyorum.
Times it was like shooting ducks in a
Saklanmıyorum.
shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn
Aa.
ducks shot back.
Delikanlılık yapın dedim de olmadı. Hadi yukarı.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a
You mean
hand.
like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Beni bir bölmeyin ya. Bunların hepsini geberteceğim mi şimdi ben?
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that?
Anlamadım.
He's out of his mind! Take cover! Retreat! Retreat! He's killing everybody! You ain't seen the likes of He'll kill us all!
Ölmeyi hak ediyorsunuz çünkü.
You're gonna have Gonna make you bleed!
Başka?
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left, and I had to cut them down pronto if I was gonna stay on old Bob's trail.
Too damn close! Merciful Christ! No amount of gold is worth Run! If you wanna live, that's just not you! It's time to... You ready for a belly full of buckshot? Nobody can do that! He's a cold-blooded killer! Beat that son of a bitch! Merciful Christ!
Hepinizle görüşeceğiz, hepinizle. Siz bekleyin.
Gold is worth this! How can this be? Run! If you want to live! That's not right! Death is coming. Hell's gonna hurt you.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that. On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance
Nihayet
Kid decided
ya.
to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.